Join us now for an insight with Carl Sommer.
But when you read, desire to become good and an enthusiastic storyteller. Read with emotion and full of expression. Don't read with a monotone voice. For example, this is a book I wrote, No One Will Ever Know. And I'd like to just demonstrate a little bit on reading. One day, some older squirrels stopped by. "Why do you kids stay here eating those small acorns?" yapped the big squirrels rather roughly. Now notice what I'm doing. I'm changing my voice. I'm sounding like a tough squirrel. You know, be an actor. Ham it up a little bit with your children. You know, just get out of your shell and just be yourself. Try to imitate what the story is doing. It makes it a lot more interesting for the children when they hear you acting that way. "We know a special place that has the biggest and most delicious acorns you have ever tasted." Then one of them pulled out a giant acorn. "Wow," said the young squirrels. Acorns were their favorite food. And notice, use expression. Get a little louder. Just don't read at one level. "Woo-wee," Johnny yelled. "That's the biggest acorn I've ever seen. Where did you find it?" "Across the meadow and over this fence on Mr. Smith's farm," answered the oldest squirrel. And so you modulate your voice. And it's important in reading to children, try to act out the story. Try to put drama into the story because it makes it so much more interesting. Johnny moaned, "We can't go there." Now notice, just moan. Do some kind of a moaning action with your voice. "Why not?" asked the big squirrels. "No one will ever know," and that's the title of the storybook. And you can have the children read that. No one will ever know. Janie spoke up. Now change your voice. It's a girl speaking. I'm a man reading it. If you're a woman, you read like a boy, and now this is a girl. "Dad and Mom say it's dangerous. They say a big, bad wolf might get us." "Go ahead," teased the other squirrels. "Stay in your little yard and eat your tiny acorns." They rubbed their tummies and laughed. "We'll be at Mr. Smith's farm eating those big, delicious acorns." With a bounce, they hurried off. And then you can teach about friends, the influence of friends, peer pressure. There's many lessons in these books that you can teach the children. Let me read one more story here. Johnny wanted to be like the older squirrels. He spun his cap around and said to Janie, "Why don't we go there just once?" And notice what he's doing. He wants to be like the older squirrels. What a lesson. How many children get into trouble trying to be like their friends? Teach your children that you should stand up to do what's right, regardless of what anybody else does. "And disobey Dad and Mom?" Janie asked. "That's not right." "If we don't tell anyone," Johnny argued, "no one will ever know." So dramatize the story. I'm just not comfortable doing it. Try it. It's just your family. It makes it so much more interesting for your children to hear you acting it out and hamming it. Just get out of your shell and try it.